Hey everybody, welcome to the POS Podcast. It is episode 170. It is Monday of Momocon week, which we will all be at later this week. It's gonna be fun.
Yep, it'll be fun. Super fun.
Yeah.
I'm ready. Bring it on. My first time.
Yeah, your first time. We're gonna have to put him through the ringer, Paleo. You gotta
What ringer?
Yo, he has to go and watch drunk kids fall over.
And I've never seen that before. Never.
Yeah, I know, right? No, it's different in Atlanta because there's a Yo, he's got to meet the smile for me guy.
Yeah, smile for me.
He's got to meet the smile for me guy.
How will he meet him? How will he find him?
Because you'll be around and you're like the crocodile and Captain Hook. He'll find you. Okay.
What?
You remember this? You never heard that, Race? The smile for me guy with Hero?
No.
There was this guy. It's not even that big a story, but like there was this dude. Like Hirasashi was just walking, being casual and stuff like that, and then this guy just came up to him and was like having a conversation. Hiro likes to talk to people, so he's like being polite and talking to the guy. And then like out of nowhere, like the guy was like obviously asking for money, so it was like, "Yo, can I get some money?" And then Hiro's just like, and then like the guy was just like, "Smile for me," and then he's just like, "What?"
Oh,
yeah, it was
weird.
It was odd. I have it on like the vlog, I think.
Yeah. Was that the 2018 one?
I think that was 2019. Yeah. No, wait. When did we go to the burger place on the first day? Was that 2019 or 2018?
It might have been 2018. Because like that was closer to where we were staying at.
Yeah, because we we did our heist. Oh yeah, we got to do our heist again. Yeah. Unless you're staying. Oh yeah, that'll be a thing.
It depends if I'm staying at that hotel or not. I'm from what I've told, we're still trying to get the like all of our rooms in the same hotel. So
smile for me.
Rooms.
Okay, I was 2018. That's when I got really drunk. Yeah. Yeah, no, the 2019 was when I got scared on the Ferris wheel and I had a panic attack on the Ferris wheel. So yeah, okay, I'm looking through them right now. Okay, yeah. Good time.
Yeah, Race, we got to go on the Ferris wheel with Jax.
Yeah,
vlog it again.
You can film it. Yeah.
Yeah, Jax, I will totally be afraid too.
Of course.
Is it like a wild Ferris wheel or is it just tall?
No, it was just a really big Ferris wheel.
Oh yeah, because like pretty much what happened was like we got on it with like Nesca and Pan, and like I thought it was just a normal Ferris wheel that goes around once, but then like and it was like stable, but then like when we got up like really high, it was like rocky.
Yeah, it just stops for a little bit.
It stops for a little bit, and it's like rocky, and then like I had like a little mini panic attack, and I was like, "Paleo, help me! Fuck! I can't do this shit! I can't do this!" It was awful. It was fun, but it was awful.
Yeah, let's do it again.
Yeah, let's do it. Throw up again.
Wait, you threw up?
No, I felt sick. I felt nauseous.
I was gonna say I might rethink it if it's gonna be messy.
No, I was just nauseous. Blech.
Yeah, but for those of you that don't know, we're all gonna be at Momocon. So we're gonna preview a few of the panels we're gonna be doing there because there's a lot of stuff we're doing at Momocon.
Yeah, baby.
One thing you can do is download the Momocon app. Which
download the Momocon app and vote for me.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, like my profile.
Like my profile, please.
Yeah, you can go
like
to the Momocon app.
profiles.
Yeah, you can go to the Momocon app, look at the schedule, and you can see like the different guests and stuff and what panels they'll be on, and add it to your own personalized schedule.
Yeah,
which is very
very helpful.
Yeah.
Oh.
So I'm gonna go down the list here of the panels we're gonna be on. The first one is actually one that Jackson and Katie are gonna be on.
Yeah.
The Weird Flex But Okay Podcast.
Yeah.
11:30 on Friday.
The Weird Flex But Okay Podcast panel, whatever the fuck it is. Yeah, it's gonna be on
the channel.
Yeah, well, I mean, technically, it's still on the channel. You can go watch the 2019 one. It's on the Momocon channel right now. So yeah, there you go. It'll be fun. Come see us.
Yeah,
come eat breakfast with us. Bring us breakfast, and I'll like you.
Then we have the How to YouTube panel at 2:30 on Friday.
Yeah, let's talk about how to get subscribers. Well,
Then,
it is fun.
Yeah, then we have the What the Hell is Live panel at 5:30, which is a
What the
panel we did.
hell?
Yeah, we did that back in 2019. A surprising amount of people showed up to that. Which is basically Saber chooses something for us to riff on, some like bad animated content. So that would be fun.
Mm-hmm.
Then that night we have the Cartoon Smasher Pass panel.
Oh yeah, that'll be fun.
Yeah, which has 316 people scheduled for it now. It's
Perfect.
It's the fourth most scheduled panel at the moment.
Damn straight. That means we got a strip. That'll be
Strip?
fun. Yeah.
It
Strip?
does say viewer
Dude.
discretion advised. So.
Oh, good. Do we get
Wait,
to like
for which one?
the Smash or Pass panel?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I'd smash you, Jax.
Oh, I'd smash you too, Race.
Oh.
It's
Yeah,
like that
so-
picture with the red and black.
So that is a packed Friday.
Good.
We'll be having. And then on Saturday, we're doing a panel called "Yes, Bronies Are Still a Thing," which is a follow up to a panel I did back in 2019 called
You're
"Are
doing
Bronies
it.
Things Still a Thing?"
We're gonna be in the audience watching you on stage.
It says here you're on it though.
Fuck.
Yeah, we're on it. Be ready.
No.
So
I
yeah,
love
that'll
it.
be 11:30 on Saturday. Then on at 4 p.m. on Saturday, we have the Who Would Win panel, which is basically just pitting fictional characters against each other and arguing who would win.
Yes.
Then we have
Speaking of who would win.
yeah. Then we have at 5:30. Like this is the panel directly after in the same room. Whose line is it anyway? Panel. Which is the first time
Yep.
we'll be doing one of these at a non-pony convention.
Yeah, that'll be fun to watch.
Yeah.
Bring it on.
Mm.
And then after that, that'll be pretty much it for Saturday. And then on Sunday, we have like an autograph thing. We did that in 2019 as well. At 11:30 to 1, I'll be signing autographs. But like, you don't have to come to that. You can just find us around the convention. That's just like a set time for us to be there.
When is that? Sunday?
Yeah, Sunday at 11:30.
We got to fight the bear again. We got to meet the bear again.
The bear.
You remember the bear?
I remember the smile guy.
You remember the bear, Paleo? That white bear?
Oh yeah, what, the Coca-Cola Museum?
Oh yeah, that fucking place. Yeah, we got to meet the bear again. He was chill.
Yeah. And then the last panel is Cartoon Court at 2:30 on Sunday.
Yeah. This shit's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a fun weekend. We're gonna have a ton of fun. We're gonna have bison burgers. We're gonna show Race the whale sharks we fought with. We're gonna have like a ton of good times. We're gonna see all the people around the neighborhood. We're gonna go walk through the park, which you're not supposed to walk through at a certain time of night because there's crazy people apparently. And yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Yeah, that's why I'm hoping that like we can have all of our rooms at the Omni Hotel.
Just think of it as training. It's fun.
So, yeah, I keep forgetting to ask, like, what is the plan for the cartoon court? Like,
I don't know.
do we have a plan? For
Like
the cartoon court?
I'm not involved in that.
Okay, because like I know, like at Everfree, I was a lawyer. I'm only assuming I'm a lawyer again.
Yeah, I hate Cartoon Court for what they did to me at Homocon, so fuck you.
Are you one of the lawyers, Jax?
I don't know. I don't. Yeah, I think I'm on it, but I might not. No, wait, am I on that? I'll look. I don't know, but yeah, sneaking on me, are you?
Yeah, Everfree. I think the setup was Saber was the judge. Which means all he did was sit on the table and smack the gavel.
Of course.
And swing it at us occasionally. Panama Matt was on that with me, and we were the lawyers.
Oh yeah.
And then like Sarah was part of that, and she was the police person. I don't know. And then and then yeah, think we used Gabe and Claire as like witnesses, but we kept giving them different witness roles.
No, nice.
So,
Nice.
that is a panel, by the way, that we'll definitely be ready for it because we're going to have things planned out for it.
Nice.
I'm saying that as a must, not a because we plan things out for it forever for Northwest. So whoever's in charge of that panel.
Exactly.
It's gonna be a busy weekend.
Yeah, very busy.
I like it.
It'll be fun. And also we're also going to be going to Winnie City the weekend directly after.
Hell yeah!
Yeah. So that'll be fun. I'm sure we'll preview some of that at the next Semi Perfect podcast because that's like right between Momocon and Winnie City.
Right. We're gonna be doing a recap and then a look at what's to come. Oh man, yeah, it's always wild having conventions back to back, but like because this is my first time with Momocon, I feel even more like I don't know, like oh wow, this is happening. Like
Yeah.
here we go. You're ready. So I'm excited though. Like I said, I've never been to Momocon myself. Thrilled that that they're having me, and can't wait to outside of putting on a show, of course, and hopping on stage and entertaining. I just in general can't wait to hang out with the gang.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
Yeah,
Good time.
good times.
All right.
Yeah, right.
Other than that, I guess if anybody wants to say what they've been up to before we get into the topics, or if we're just good with like.
What have you been up to, Paleo? What have you done this week?
Yeah, Paleo.
Well,
Spill the beans.
Well, I've been doing watching a lot of dinosaur stuff because I've been hyped for Prehistoric Planet, which the first episode just came out today.
Nice.
And also preparing a couple of things for the Momocon panels.
Cool.
So.
Cool. Nice.
Like a cartoon court.
No, like I said, I'm not involved in that.
Good. Nice.
Like Whose Line?
Yeah, like Whose Line, and also the Smash or Pass panel.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah,
Smash.
have a ton of them. So, how long is that panel? The Smash
It's
or
an hour.
Pass? Just 1 hour and 300 people? Oh, we better bring it. Okay.
Everything.
Yeah.
Every panel's an hour.
Yeah.
So,
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Race, how are you doing today?
I'm good. We're gonna get to the topic, but it's been a very interesting week as a Chippendale Rescue Ranger. Fandom. Wait.
I'm
person.
so excited.
Thank you. I'm like, what?
I am
fan.
Fan.
Yeah.
Fan.
Just say what it is, a furry. All right. So yeah.
as a furry, it's been a very interesting life that I've lived. No, I mean that's honestly like the biggest thing that sticks out right now is just that, where it's like, oh my gosh, this kind of hit. It was a very surreal moment, and like I said, I know it's on our list of things to discuss, so I'll go more into detail when we get there. But aside from that, just working, getting ready for Momocon. I purchased actually a bunch of equipment in preparation for this convention, as far as cameras, tripods, battery packs, memory cards. So just making sure that everything's ready to go. So there will be full coverage coming from El Momocon.
And there'll be full coverage on Jack's Vlogs too, because I have to film because it takes off my taxes. Ha 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 ha. So perfect.
Oh yeah. I remember when you kept vlogging BronyCon.
No, we didn't do BronyCon. Well, you know why we didn't do BronyCon the one year? Because I lost my footage because the whole thing was that laptop broke. And so I was like, oh man, I can't upload the rest of this footage. And so like it'll mess up my flow of if I have 2012 to 2013, but I can't upload the rest of the footage. And so that is why. Also, ZJ wasn't there. He couldn't go because he had his full. He used to be my camera guy for that, and then like I didn't do that. But then, yeah, it was fun.
Is he still around, or are you your own vlogger now?
He's a master chef. Z is a master chef now, so he doesn't do that stuff.
What?
Yeah, he's a master chef now. He's
what a
like
loser.
But it's good times. It's fun time.
Good times.
Yeah.
What about you, Jax?
What? No, we have to talk to Hero first. Hero.
Why?
Me first? Why do I have to go first?
Because you're important.
I'm saving the best for last.
Yeah. All right, we'll save Jax for last, I guess. I've been, as we talked about last night, kind of in depth. I've been rock climbing.
Yeah.
And it's really fun because you get humbled real damn quickly.
Damn straight.
Like everything else in life, you're just like, okay, I learned like the basics. I can just jump onto like a level 3. I don't need to do like a level 1s and 2s. That's whatever. And then rock climbing is like, boy, you better sit your ass down and do this level 0. So I got humbled real quick. But it's fun to like legitimately build the technique, and it keeps you moving, keeps you healthy, and it's actually like fun. I find exercise to be dreadfully boring, so I have to find the ones that aren't dreadfully boring. You know,
okay.
I can't just run. I don't know how you can just run. That is
you put on like. Okay, so what I do, Hero, is literally I have a playlist of like literally my favorite song, and then like when I'm running, it's not like people have this thing of like you're just looking at the environment. For me, I'm running from like various things in my brain. Like my brain is projecting like a whole different thing. Like it's a whole like a visual image. It's sort of like when you're shadow boxing. Like okay, like for instance, to the uninitiated, if you see someone shadow boxing, you're just like, why are they just punching the air? Like it makes no sense. It's just like that. But like to someone who's taking the class and stuff like that, what you're doing is you're like pretending you're fighting an opponent. So like for instance, if you've sparred someone before, you're like going to go, all right, I know usually they go and hit me with like an overhand right, so I know how to block that. So if I practice boom boom, I'll be able to catch them. Then you just like practice the movements like you're fighting like an invisible version of them. And then it's fun. It's super fun. Like it's a visual thing though. So like that's how I'm able to enjoy a lot of exercise, just like visualization. Because it's like it's just like if I'm doing weighted pull-ups, it's like, oh God, if I can't pull myself up, I'm gonna fall. This baby's gonna fall with me because I'm carrying a baby in my bed today. It's just shit like that. So it's like, shit like that. So that's what I do.
No, it's punching nothing.
Oh yeah. No. Punches stuff like that. Yeah, it is. You're punching the air, and it's super fun too. Like once you get the hang of it, like because I remember I used to be one of those guys, like my friend who like did shadow boxing all the time. I was like, what the fuck is that for? That's so silly. And then like we sparred, and he whooped my ass, and then I was like, okay. And then he showed me, and then like we did it, and then I was like, oh, now I completely get it. So like, yeah.
So aside from rock climbing and tearing up my biceps in the process, I have been practicing trying to, because this person wants to sing Japanese songs at an open mic night. I was like, okay, sure. And she wants to sing like one in a group. I'm like, okay, we'll learn that in a group. And she's like, you should do one by yourself too. I was like, oh, okay. So I picked the song. It's the intro to Dororo, if you've ever seen that anime. But it's a fun song, but in the full version, there's a rap section. I swear there, like in so many anime songs, legit, like you have the intro that you hear in the anime opening, and then there's the full song, and then the full song is always a fucking like rap. Always. It's always like
right.
It's nutty. But yeah, the rap section of this song is hard. Like I'm trying so hard, it's difficult, but I'm getting there. I can say it correctly like 40% of the time now, and I practice it for like 2 hours at this point.
Nice.
Speaking Japanese quickly is not particularly easy for me. But yeah, the rest of the song is fine, so it'll be fun to perform this. Has really, 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 really high notes in it. I'm like, oh boy, hopefully that's not too cringy. But but yeah, that's what I'm up to. Rock climbing and singing.
All right.
Nice.
What Well, I guess that's
All right.
everyone. So
Yeah, that's
that's
everyone. Let's
that.
get back to it. Let's get to the show. Let's do this. You know what I'm gonna say? I just literally, I lift things up, I put them down. I'm so basic. I watch cartoon that inspire workout. I do. Yeah, I don't know. I've just been doing that. I got these. I don't know. If you guys want me to like make these?
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
I can do it. Yeah, with like the characters where it's just like, we print out the picture. I might do that later today.
I don't know why. You remember that commercial, right?
Right. Yeah.
And then,
Did
like,
you guess
eventually-
it was a mystery?
And they'd be like, "Does your person wear glasses?" I just think it would be really, really, really funny if it was like, "Can you guess who's a mystery? Is your person black? Can you guess?" You know they could.
Yeah, is your person black? Does your person have the dreadlocks?
Uh-huh.
Oh well, I guess I. Oh yeah, that's good.
Parents would be furious if that was in that commercial.
It would be. Yeah, I've been trying to play Evil Dead, the PS5 game. It's super fun, but I think I have a glitched copy because every time I like try to play it, my PS5 will like turn green and cut off. And so like I tested it with another game to make sure it wasn't my PS5. And like the other game seemed to work fine, but like it's happened like 3 times now with like Evil Dead. When I try to play it, it like keeps cutting off. So I'm just like, I'll see.
Yeah,
It was a fun game though.
Yeah, it might need a patch or something.
Yeah, maybe.
Race, did we go over what you were up to? Or other than getting
Chip
ready
and
for
Dale.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
we will talk about that.
Yeah.
But first, if you want to ask questions, we have our Twitter handles here, or you can send in a super chat, and we'll answer those at the second half of the show. But first, we'll go into topics. We won't go into Chip and Dale quite yet. We're gonna go into something else first, and that is the Amphibia finale. So
Yes.
Race, I know you haven't seen all of Amphibia.
Have
Correct.
you seen any of it?
Correct.
Right? Have you seen any of it?
Double correct.
Okay.
But someday it may happen. So
Okay.
so you guys talk, and I'm going to mentally prepare myself for what's to come.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Cool.
Because I'm going to put a spoiler tag up because there's I feel like there's no way we can talk about this without talking about spoilers.
No, there's not.
Yo, when the one girl did the thing, that was crazy.
There's a girl on the show. Oh my god!
I know! Oh god!
All right, so I'm gonna put the spoiler tag up. If you don't want to hear any spoilers from Amphibia, just mute the stream now, and then unmute it once I take the tag off. So, yeah, Amphibia had its finale last weekend, and I liked it.
And Sasha solidified herself as the best character in the show.
Damn straight.
Yeah, Sasha
I
was
said that
good.
months ago. I said that months ago because she did the Rock Lee thing. So ha! Yeah. So yeah, Sasha was dope. Sasha was been dope.
Which part counted as the finale? What's the last 2 episodes?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the last 2 episodes together because like it was just like they both. It's like synergy.
Yeah,
like,
it was
they
kind
work
of like
together that.
I saw it as the same kind of thing that was like the finale with ponies, where like there was like the big battle thing, and then there's like the epilogue almost. Though
I love when series do that.
Yeah, though with Amphibia the epilogue was a bit shorter. That was part of like it was like there was like the final boss, and then there was the final boss.
Right. Yeah, that was the cool thing about the Amphibia show, because like the whole thing, the show so far, like because I remember like thinking back and for when Katie like first introduced us to it, I was like, okay, it seems interesting enough. Like I didn't think it'd be like that like deep hitting or anything like that. I thought it was just like a fun show she watched, and then like as we watched it, like pulled the whole Adventure Time thing of like, we're lighthearted, drama, you're gonna cry and shit like that. It's just like it just lures you into
New Age cartoons, all of them.
New Age cartoons. I'm just waiting for the ghost of Molly and me to be like, I remember when I was alive. Shit like that. It's just like something dramatic. It's gonna be some One Piece storyline. Just watch. Timestamp this. It'll happen. But like the whole show, like so far, I was like, it was fun. Like for the first couple seasons, I thought it was fun. And I I like overall, I was just like, this is like, you know, an interesting storyline. It's picking up, it's going places. I was like, okay, I really like the main characters. Like, there's not a character I dislike in this show. Like, I was like, all of them, like even the ones that I was like, oh, fucking Sasha, she is such a colossal bitch. But then like you see her have that redemption arc through, and I love that where it's just like, I hated you, you are a bitch. So that is good writing where it's just like, you're my favorite character. That is awesome. So I love when they do that with characters. I thought Darcy, when Marcy got infected by the cord, I thought that is one of my favorite villain designs of all time. I love that design.
Yeah, it looks really cool.
It is such a dope design. The scythe, the eyes, the horns. I thought it was just freaking sick. And overall, I think the show like did a really good job at being like consistently good. I won't say it was consistently good with great parts, but I wouldn't say overall it was like a great show like certain other things. Like it's like an inverse of like what I would say for TMNT 2003, what I was talking about, where it's like TMNT was a great show for 5 seasons straight, and then it like tanked in like the last 2 seasons, and it's like and then TMNT 2012 was a good show that got better all the way through. So it's just something like that. So that's how I feel with Amphibia. It was like a good show, got all the way through. Some episodes I was kind of on, and then there are parts we'll talk about in a second. But like, what y'all think?
Yeah, I do like the show because it's funny because like when we were watching through Amphibia and like Owl House at the same time, there are points where like, you know what, Owl House is like so much better than Amphibia, and now like that Amphibia's ended, I was like, I don't know, maybe like,
you know what's funny about that is like I remember when we were watching a couple times, I completely mixed up a storyline from Owl House and Amphibia, and I was like, "What?" That's
and I did the exact same thing. I was like, "Yeah, didn't that happen?" Like,
yeah. Right. No, it was like, no, it was crazy though. Like a great like hero though, because it was one of those situations where like they both went to the real world. Like they both went to like, or like quote unquote real world or something like that. And it was just like, didn't we see this happen? I was like, oh, this is a completely different show. And it was just like, fuck. And stuff like that. So I was like,
because there's something that there's something that I appreciate about Amphibia is that it felt more focused. Because like I'm trying to catch up with Owl House right now. I have a few episodes left of season 2 to catch up with. But there's points in Owl House where I feel like it feels like there's too many different plot lines going on. Or at least major like plot points going on. And I'm like, isn't this more important to pay attention to right now compared to this thing that's going on at this moment? Which I think Amphibia did that a little bit, but not too much towards the end, because towards the end of season 3, it was like very focused as to where it was going.
Go ahead, Hero.
Oh no, are you finished? Or you have another thought?
Oh, I was gonna say I do like I did like the how it ended, where it's very like bittersweet. About like Anne and her friends having to leave Amphibia and like, oh yeah, so with this calamity box, like that portal is gonna close like forever. You're not gonna see these characters again.
That was good. I appreciate that.
Yeah. I was very glad that they didn't do it like oh man, it opened again. They get to see each other again. Like, no, it's final. I'm like, damn. Respect, like honestly. And I was like, while I was watching with Jackson and Katie, they were like, this is good. And I was like, wait, the credits are still playing. They could fucking do it. I was like, wait. And then it finally darkened. I was like, good job. Good job.
Where
you thought some Spider-Verse shit was gonna happen where like a portal opens like, hey Anne, how you doing? Or something like that.
Yeah, where it's like it shows Anne at the Aquarium of the Pacific, like with the frog exhibit, and like it says World of Amphibia, and she has like a little frog that she names Sprig. That was very cute.
Right. Yeah, and I thought well, no, go ahead, Hero, because I'm just talking story.
Oh yeah, this is just overall thoughts. Yeah. So Amphibia, I mean, I like Amphibia. Even while we were watching Owl House, I was like, I think I actually like Amphibia more. And Help got mad at me. I was like, well, playful mad. You're like, I get out of here. you know how I'll do. But yeah, I remember when what was it? The end of season 2 and the start of season 3, when she got her blooper saying powers, and they went to the real world. I was like, this is proper stupid. I actually
Right.
hated it.
No, exactly. I agree 100%. No, no, go ahead.
No, that's it. What are you gonna say? Sorry.
No, I was gonna say like I agree. So like, because a lot of people thought I would love the blooper Cyan thing that happened, and I was just like, and it's just, yeah, no, but it's like, I think I enjoyed the concept at first, but then like when I sat and thought on it, it was just the fact that it was so blatantly just a blooper Saiyan, like literally Super Saiyan Blue from Dragon Ball Super, like that's all it was, and that just made me go like, I think it's too on the nose, like it just.
Yes, especially like when they're like, this is such an anime moment. I'm like, stop.
Yeah,
you can't say it. I say that. You don't say that.
Right, exactly. Because like the thing is, like they've done it in other stuff before, like Supersonic, even though those were like right around the same time and stuff like that. And then it's like also like other series have done that. Like there are so many series that Dragon Ball has influenced that have able to capture the same quality of Super Saiyan or a Super Saiyan transformation, but make it unique to their own. Anne's transformation is just basically Super Saiyan Blue. That's all it is. It's just a blooper Saiyan. That is literally all it is. Like her hair goes blue, her eyes go blue. There's no difference between that. There's nothing, anything. It's just like she has some twigs in her hair. She flies around. She shoots beams. It's just a blooper Saiyan. And it's just the fact that it was so on the nose and she's doing stuff like that. It's just like, it kind of took me out of it. Cause like, even like with like when we look at something like Ponies or Star versus the Forces of Evil, when they have their quote unquote Super Saiyan avatar modes, they're still very unique. It's just like Star turns into like this 6-fingered butterfly shit like that. And it's just like, oh, okay, yeah, that's hype. Freaking Twilight gets like, avatar eyes and then is able to shoot like massive beams and like do all the teleportation stuff, but it works for the character, like her main sparkling and stuff like that. But it's not anything that's like, oh, it's blatantly this. It feels like its own thing. This just felt like this is just a blooper Saiyan.
These people watched anime and they wanted to put Dragon Ball Z in their show.
Exactly. So it didn't feel like I did. Oh, go ahead.
Oh no, I was just I'm gonna sort of change the topic here. One more.
No, go ahead.
Okay, I like all of that being said, yeah, when it was first introduced, I like rolled my eyes. I didn't roll my eyes. I was hyped, and then I thought about it, and then I started rolling my eyes at it because once you start thinking about it, okay. But somehow the show made me forgive it after a certain while, and like the final fight, well, the penultimate fight, I guess you could say, between like her and Andreas, we're like, yo, go Blooper Saiyan, do it, girl.
Go Blooper Saiyan.
I was like really genuinely hyped. Like somehow it all was. I don't know how, but they did a good job.
It's just the tension of the scene because like it's like it becomes one of those things where she has it now, so it's like, okay, that's cool.
So use it if you got it.
If you have it now, use it. Okay, if you're not gonna change it now, use it. And then like in the very last episode, they went from Dragon Ball to Saint Seiya and Sailor Moon and Powerpuff Girls. Like it was like a amalgamation or like, amalgam of like freaking Saint Seiya, Powerpuff Girls, and Sailor Moon all in one, and then like Super Saiyan. So like yeah, it was. That I like their forms much better there in the last episode than her entire thing throughout the thing. Just especially Sasha's form with like the flame hair. Like I thought that was hype. But like overall, like I think the show did a really good job of like easing you in with the comedy and bringing in bittersweet. Like I mentioned this on Twitter. Like I think one of the reasons I like the bittersweetness so much is it sort of reminds me of, if you haven't seen, I'm not going to spoil it for people out there. If you've seen the show The Good Place. The Good Place has this ending which is very bittersweet, but like it fits. Like it honestly, like the ending of The Good Place kind of make me go like, oh wow, I never thought of it that way. I want to be, that makes me sort of feel at peace with myself, even though like certain things have ended. And I was like, wow, that is really well done. And that's what I love about it. It's just like, oh, with Sasha and Anne, it's like, oh, did you stay friends? Yeah, well, I mean, like we didn't stay in contact. We're still like cordial with each other, and like it'll be good to see her again. So I was like, oh, that's great. It wasn't like they
real,
it's real. Like I love that. I think that's real beneficial for kids to see. It's just like, oh, it's just super real, like that stuff.
Like how many friends in like elementary school do you still know?
0.
One. Like one specific. Yeah, I can literally just like one, but I found him like on Facebook and I was like, are you the same? I was like, oh shit, bro. So like every now and then we just like, so that's it. But like, it's just one person. So
it's not because I'm mad at them. I just fell out of touch. Legit. Like how they're talking. And well, they didn't fall out of touch as much, but like still, that's pretty real. And I like that they included that.
Yeah. Or I guess in this case, middle school, but like, yeah.
Also, also 0.
Yeah.
But, you can tell if I care about a character if they can if something about that character can make me get emotional. Like when Anne was saying goodbye to all the people. They said bye to Polly. And we were talking about we like Polly, but she's probably the most one note of the main
Yeah.
character.
Yeah.
She's the chaotic one. Gotcha. Understood.
Right.
And then we said bye to Hot Pop. I was like, man, when they get the sprig, I know I'm I'll bust a tear. I know it's about to happen. And then before they even panned to him, you heard a sniffle. I was like, fuck.
They got me with the Hot Pop thing because so Hero he lasted longer than me because I was just oh fuck man because I it's that fucking trope of parents saying goodbye to their kids. I can't handle that shit. I do not know what every single time it just makes me just go, I can't handle a shit. DuckTales, Futurama, all this it destroys me every time. So that time I was just fuck, shit like that. So for me, the sprig thing, I think it was just oh yeah, it's already there, but I think the Hot Pop thing just that got.
You're I'm already gone. So
yeah, I remember I was just it's okay, Hero, let it out, bro.
But yeah, it was good. I would recommend the series. It's very good.
Definitely.
It has a few points where you just roll your eyes. But overall,
fun
it's
show.
good.
It made up for Star Versus. Looking
yeah,
at you.
yeah. It's way better than the Star Versus finale. So yeah.
Right.
Every single show that comes by is better than Star. You're it's better than Star though.
Right? No,
it can't beat Goku.
Wasn't that that was the first cartoon finale that would happen in 2019, and we were damn.
I specifically remember that day because we all watched it, and then I think I was the first one to say I did not like that. And I think who was because it was me, you,
Tom.
Hero.
I was trying to like it.
Right.
When
same.
you said that, I was trying to find reasons to like it. I was okay. And then you're I didn't like that. I was damn, man.
It probably didn't help with me because I think at that point I had just finished the Game of Thrones finale. So yeah. So anything looked better.
Right. Oh God. No,
but anyway,
I was just thank goodness you said it because, I said, I was trying to find reasons.
Yeah, it's just I don't know what it. No, because the thing with Star is because a lot of people were shitting on Star season 3 and season 4, but I was generally liking a lot of season 3 and 4. But it was just there are episodes I was why are you wasting this episode looking for a fucking wallet? Why are you wasting it? You should be building up to something, and then it just went how it went, and it was just trash.
Was it 4 seasons?
It was 4 seasons.
It was 4. Okay.
That's a hotel.
Yeah. Ah. Oh God.
Anyway, yeah, I'll take the spoiler tag off now.
Okay.
But Eclipse was so cool though.
Yeah, Eclipse is still
cool ass character.
All right. So yeah, Amphibia. It was a good show.
Good show.
Watch it. Good show.
Watch it now. Owl House, pressure's on you. You better let's stick that landing because
I've seen that they can do the animation, the fight between Ida and her sister, in the early part of the season. I was okay,
right?
Animation here.
Yeah, it was better than DuckTales finale too. That's all I'll say.
It was better than the DuckTales finale. It really was.
I liked the DuckTales finale, but I think I liked this better.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat.
Exactly. I liked it. Exactly.
All right. Next
tag race. I gotta go.
Yeah. Next thing, we're going to talk about Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers.
Tag me when you're done.
All right. I'm tagging Race. I'm waiting for him to get in here. But yeah, Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers. Movie based on the show. Which I didn't watch too much of. Race.
Hi.
We're going to be talking about Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers now.
Oh boy!
Do you have any non-spoiler thoughts before we go into spoilers? Because there's a lot we got to talk about as far as spoilers go.
Yeah, as far as non-spoiler thoughts, it's wild. It's a wild movie.
It's very wild. Yeah.
It does many things that left me saying, can they do this?
Right?
Yes.
Is this even possible what they're doing?
Yes.
Yeah, and I'll probably leave it at that.
Is this the non?
Go watch.
Yeah, this is the non-spoiler
Yeah,
talk
this is
at the moment.
non-spoiler.
Okay, I would just say there was a moment that I would pay an ungodly sum of money to see like every Chippendales fans reaction once they like got that revelation. That's all I'll say. There is one moment that I would like legitimately pay for like the face revelation for like so many things. So we'll get to that when spoilers happen, but fresh thoughts, no spoilers. Overall, I thought it was fun. Like, and being a casual Chippendales fan, like as a kid, like a Rescue Rangers fan, one thing I did that did actually get to me was like, this isn't really a spoiler necessarily, unless like you're mega into it. Is like the whole thing of like, oh, we met in school when we were actors or something like that, versus like, in a tree or something like. Because I know how they were doing it. I know they were going meta with it, but I was just like, wait, in the 50s, this is something like that. I was just like thinking of something like that.
Apparently, there's a lot of like behind the scenes as far as like different cuts of this movie, which there is evidence in the background of certain shots too. Where like, wait a minute, like if those shorts never happened, then why is this there? Yeah, because there was originally going to be a completely different villain.
Right. Yes.
So, yeah, but apparently
for the Rescue Ranger movie.
Yeah. Yeah, apparently, there was going to be a completely different villain, but they had very little time to change it. So, yeah, because apparently that villain was not working for audiences. So, yeah.
I'm so curious how you like can become like a viewer and like test screenings and stuff like that. I'm so like I've always wanted to do that.
I've done it before, but I don't know how what am I looking for? Legit it is in regards to like I've done screenings for TV shows in the past.
Okay.
But it was I want to say it was in Vegas. And
are you allowed to say which show?
I honestly don't even remember.
Okay.
Like it was a sitcom. That's all I remember. And the problem is there's hundreds of those, and this was like probably 15 years ago.
Right.
Or no, I probably had to be. I'm guessing I had to probably at least be 18 to do it. But yeah, and they sit you down. They show you the episode. They give you like stuff to fill out, and they ask questions. They'll ask the people questions. And I remember because I was there with Tommy, and they were asking him, "What's your favorite TV show?" And I was like, "Oh, I can't wait to figure out what Tommy's gonna say here because he doesn't watch like TV shows."
Right.
And he freaking says George Lopez, and I started laughing because I'm like, "What? What do you mean George Lopez?" Like
the George Lopez show.
Yeah, I'm like, how is that the first one that came to your mind? Like, you don't watch any TV shows. But yeah, it's an interesting. They're asking you like, oh, what did you like about this? They'll ask you some specifics. What did you think of the characters? I don't know if those specific screenings are ones where they're looking for people who, they're trying to get kind of a random set of opinions. So pulling people out, like we were in like a mall area. I literally can't even think of why we were in this area, why we were there long enough to do this. But yeah, and they paid us. I think they gave us like $15 or something.
Oh, nice.
For our time.
nice though. Oh, I mean that's good.
But yeah, non-spoiler review is like I had fun with it. Though I think like because I'm seeing this friend who's doing a thread of like everything that's like in the movie as far as like references and stuff, and going on some tangents about like, wait, so if this is there, then what how does this work? Like, because like if you think about this movie too hard, you're gonna have your brain explode.
Yeah. No, they definitely, to me, they had fun doing this. As a Rescue Ranger fan, I can say that they did a very solid job of tying in stuff from the show.
Yeah.
That blew me away. I honestly thought this was going to be something where it more carried the facade of the characters, and go. But there were so many references to the actual TV show. There were bits that actually made me kind of be like, oh wow, like that's super cool.
Right.
And surprisingly, you know, I'm not speaking for everybody, but there's a lot more people. Like I honestly, after I saw this movie, I'm like, oh my gosh, the fandom of old for CDRR is just going to be losing their minds in a terrible way. And honestly, for the most part, it seems like it's actually getting more positive than negative reviews from people.
Okay.
And I think it's because of the approach they took. And I'll save the approach for the spoiler talk.
Right.
And yeah, and obviously. Yeah, I'll get into there. I'll just leave it there.
I will say, like, because there's like the Roger Rabbit comparison with this movie, where it's I think
he's even in the movie.
Yeah, I think with Roger Rabbit, I think Roger Rabbit has a more fleshed out world compared to this. Like, I do appreciate what they were trying to do with this movie, whereas like they have like all different kinds of tunes and stuff, like 2D CG, stop.
Did you see the timeline that like led?
Yeah.
It was great.
Yeah.
It's just like it leads to Space Jam, but then it leads to Looney Tunes Back in Action. That leads to Kingdom Hearts and blah blah blah.
But yeah, that kind of deals with what I was saying about, like, if you think about it too hard, your brain's going to explode.
Yeah,
right. With like, wait, so if this is how that works in this world, then how does that work? Like,
you know, and on a non-spoilery side, so for a lot of people that I've seen, I think are taking this movie for what it's supposed to be and enjoying it.
Yeah. Right.
There are also quite the few, I'll call them cartoon snobs out there that have these very heavy opinions to where I'm like, guys, like, chill. Oh, you know, like, because one of the things, well, I was just gonna mention like the animation where people are like, "Oh, this is the beginning of the downfall of animation because they did 3D with 2D and oh my god."
Yeah,
and I'm like, guys,
I think I mainly blame that on the time they were given, because it seems like, because like I said, there was going to be a completely different villain. So the time, the schedule they had for making this probably got really messed up, and because like you see like a lot of 2D animated characters in the background that look really good, but then like there's parts of Chip especially where it's like he doesn't look as good as what Dale looks like, because Dale looks actually fantastic in 3D.
Right.
Yeah. But there's moments where Dale kind of looks a little off, and especially the main villain,
Alvin,
looks
a bit off.
Well, I also cracked up because there were moments where they would show the, like, again, we're teetering if this is spoiler or not.
Just go full spoilers at this point, Paleo. It's fine.
Yeah.
Go full spoilers.
Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna put the spoiler tag up. So if you don't want any spoilers, you haven't seen the movie yet, mute the stream and unmute it once I take the tag down. So yeah, go ahead, Race.
I was gonna say they show clips of the TV show.
Yeah.
Which, talking to Sarah, so I will say this. I think I think I'm gonna be aiming tomorrow, but to have like a fleshed out thoughts on the movie video coming out, kind of like a directly after watching it thing.
Did you film your reaction at all?
Oh, if you're asking if I'm putting a react together, Jax.
Oh, please tell me. I would pay an ungodly sum. Okay,
we are putting a react together. I don't know how this is gonna work because I've never dealt with Disney Plus content, so it might get taken down immediately.
I
but
think
yes,
Disney's usually pretty okay with
yeah, we will be Sarah and I will be putting out.
Okay, I'm hyped for that. I'm hyped for that. I will rewind that. I rewound your freaking like trailer reaction, God knows how many times, just to see you react to the pony thing, and now like just to see that scene be like fresh. Oh god,
That's
gonna be
yeah, you know, yeah. We'll get to that scene. But yeah, as far as I was laughing because like some of the TV show animation, I was like, oh man, this still looks really good. And Sarah pointed out at one point that I think the opening,
that opening scene, that's new animation.
That's new animation. Yeah. And
right.
It was like, oh, that looks so good.
Right. No, exactly. Yeah. And I was wondering, like, Race. So, like, when they're talking about episode numbers, are those like the legit numbers, like from the show? Okay. I was wondering about that because sometimes they do that with certain other meta properties where they go this episode.
I know
that's not true.
Yeah, I know there's a couple of times where, because I know when they mention episode 45, that's like an actual thing. But then later on when they mention like episode 121, as far as like one meaning like the first season or whatever, but apparently
I thought they meant 121. I was like, there's no way.
yeah
because they say 316 or something at one point, and I also was like, oh, now they're doing season, like the season and episode number.
Right.
Yeah, because in that thread I mentioned, it was like, oh yeah, this episode, like, well, there's only like 13 episodes in the first season, and also there's no episode called Mission Ship Possible.
Right. I was just like, very curious. I'm curious what Race has to say about that, because that just doesn't seem plausible. But yeah, like, I mean, like, I honestly, the whole thing, like, I think for me, I just went into it like, man, this is just gonna be a silly movie. I'm not gonna do it. Like, I was a bit excited for it just because I was like, oh, I'm very curious. Then I was more excited for like Sarah, Race, and Matt's reaction afterwards. So like that was great. And then like I was just like, oh, this is fun film, stuff like that. Like you said, the CGI with Dale. When that one motherfucker showed up 10 minutes in, I lost it. 10 minutes in, I was like, how did you get away with that? And then I did some research on like how they got away with that. And apparently, like, so for people who don't know, you remember back in, was it 2019?
2019.
When
we got the first trailer for Sonic the Hedgehog. And how people reacted. Yeah, that I would not believe that if that would become a major character would make you feel today. And so like when he shows up, I was like, okay, no way. I was cracking up so hard. I was like, you are getting away with this? How? And so I looked it up. And so apparently, as long as they use the name Ugly Sonic, but never use Sonic, they could get away with it. Like, as long as they use Ugly Sonic, and then the fact that he was that thrown away version, and he wasn't exactly the exact character because he was wearing his jacket and other stuff, they could get away with it. And I was just like, fuck, dude, that is insane to me. Like, I thought like they went and asked, like, apparently in the credits they thanked Disney's legal team.
Yeah, exactly. No, because that's so valid. That's so freaking valid, because it's just like, bruh, how did you get that? And then like, you know, freaking Tigra shows up too, and it's just like, okay, you're freaking showing that character, sweet. And then like all these other characters, I was a bit sad that the ponies were only just a cameo that ran by.
Yeah, it was like very quick. It's the same amount of time that they were in the trailer.
Yeah, and I think a lot of us got the impression in the trailer that it was like during like some like more
bigger chase
I don't know, or like even the scene at the end, you know, of Lord of the Rings where everyone clashes or something, and it's like, oh yeah, like you said, it's a getaway. It's
right.
Like, oh, okay.
It's just like, oh, let's just help. Like, I thought it would be like, come on, we can help these guys out. But it's just like, no, it's just like, oh, excuse Little Ponies. And then Paleo got me overthinking their size now, because it's just like, no, they cannot be that tall. They cannot be that tall. But then, like, if you look at various things,
apparently in the toy canon, they are literally the size of the toys.
That's stupid. That's stupid. The toys don't count. We choose our pony size.
Toy canon.
Yeah, there's a toy
like
canon.
Pinkie Pie. Like Pinkie Pie's fucking weapon that she uses for his toy cat.
As some pony collectors.
Oh god.
Yeah, fucking.
Yeah, speaking of fucking, is the moment I've been waiting for, because I have no idea what your reaction was to this. Please enlighten me once you found out Gadget's partner. Please.
All right. So in the movie, it is revealed that Gadget and Zipper not only are married, not only have children, but have 42 children.
They fuck.
Of which Sarah and I did a little bit of research on
Flies.
the average amount of babies mice have. They still are probably like aim to have kids 7 times. Like this wasn't just like a one-time pregnancy. Like
no. Nah, it was just like shit like just happening.
So,
His little wings
so
buzzing.
anyways, so Zipper in the show is a fly, and you know, he's arguably of the 5 characters, all 5 of the main characters. He had the smaller of the roles. In large part, he also had no speaking roles in the show ever. He never actually speaks. He speaks in, you know,
Buzzes.
grunts and buzzes. Yeah. So which of course Monterey Jack. I think maybe all of them understand what he's saying at all times, but we don't. So he there were legitimate like I kid you not, chronicled wars that the Ranger fandom went through, fighting over who would end up with Gadget. Would it be Chip or Dale? And to me,
Or
this
even
is
Monterey
absolute
Jack.
awareness.
But not even him.
Yeah. A lot of people don't go that route because Monty was like
It's
really
like a dad.
yeah, and he was very close friends with her dad too, so it's just like
yeah.
extra weird. But to me, this was a sign of complete awareness of the fandom in existence.
Right.
Because they'd be like, you know what? Fuck you.
Yeah.
It was such a fuck you, and I was honestly, this was the biggest moment of shook I've ever felt.
Right.
I was like, what? Like,
oh God, no! The Russian cult is in shambles right now. They're just like,
no, you know, it's funny too because the Ranger fandom, most of them were hoping that the Russian cult wasn't going to make an appearance just to make the fandom itself look any stranger, or I should say strange. And it didn't, so they at least got their wish there. I'm surprised it didn't, just given how like off the wall this movie goes. But yeah, as far as that goes, I was like, holy shit. That took me some time. I was like, wow. And I honestly figured that was going to be like the ultimate like bomb that would go off because the Ranger community is very protective of Gadget.
right? Oh,
You know,
yeah.
like she was already a character, you know, back in the early 90s that a lot of people looked at, not only as, damn, she's hot, damn, she's, you know, inspirational, but, you know, damn, like she's, you know, she's breaking a lot of the female anticipated roles of a character in a show like this. So a lot of people feel very strongly about Gadget.
Right.
And so, yeah, I was surprised to see that most of the community actually got a laugh out of this. Like they understood what was going on here. Like this is a jab at us, but it's funny. You know, it's so out of left field that it seems like most people, while going "what the fuck," are also like, yeah.
Well,
it's
also,
funny.
well, yeah. To go off what you say, like, also, I think like a lot of people like understand that it's not actually Gadget from the series and Zipper. It's Gadget, the actress who plays Gadget, and the Fly who plays Zipper, who are getting together, who happens to be voiced by the Allstate guy, which is so great. Just like,
I was waiting for him to drop because Chip works in insurance in this movie. I was like, they're going to do it.
Right.
Hey, you work for Allstate or something. But yeah, I going off that, Jax, I think that was one of the smartest things they could have done with this movie.
Right.
Going the route that they went is that they presented it as a completely different universe from the show. And again, I don't consider the Rescue Ranger fandom that big. Like as far as like a massive size. There's a lot of people that enjoyed the show, like the show, might even enjoy to see it, you know, come back. But as far as like fandom, it's not that big. So
Right.
so for me, I still get the feeling. And by the way, they were consulting the people who worked on the original show.
Oh yeah.
There's a guy named Tad Stones who had, I think, a part in a lot of Disney Afternoon stuff.
Right.
And definitely Chippendale Rescue Rangers. And he's also been kind of close to the community. And he gave this movie his blessing. You know, he's like, yeah, like I enjoyed this. I enjoyed what they did with it. And I like that they did this where they treated the show as its own, you know, it's a show where
Right.
it creates essentially its own universe,
Right.
you know?
Yeah.
So it I feel like that was smart because there's that separation. It doesn't take anything away from the 65 episodes that exist. If the show were to come back someday, it's still free range. It's not going to affect any of that. But it allowed them to just go hog wild with Jesus, whatever
Right.
was going on in this movie.
Right. Right. No, that's so valid. That is so valid because like this movie was just insane. Like freaking Peter Pan being a legitimate villain in it.
Yeah.
Freaking no. That I will say that whole scene with Seth Rogen and like all the other Seth Rogen
Yeah, all the
characters
other
did
Seth
make me laugh. It's
Rogens.
just
Yeah.
like, well, what are you looking at? Your face. Yeah, you look weird. And then it's just like man, freaking Monsters versus Aliens.
All the Seth Rogen characters.
Yeah. Oh god, that was great.
I was like, how?
Oh god, that was funny.
Yeah, I did want to bring up Peter Pan because like Peter Pan's the villain, but the original villain was going to be Pluto.
Oh, so they
Yeah.
were gonna go a Scooby Doo route, like where Scrappy Doo was like the main villain.
Well,
that
they were
where
going to go
Pluto's the
to
main
where
villain
like
this
Pluto
time?
was like always jealous of Chippendale because of like
They can talk.
Yeah, because of their previous like shorts that they did before.
They
Oh,
should have
yeah.
made Donald Duck the fucking villain. That would have been like, oh, that's not even surprising. No, okay, that's interesting.
Yeah, but the thing is like it wasn't doing well with test audiences. I guess because like people like Pluto, so they don't want to see him as a villain.
Yeah, people
yeah.
hated Scrappy Doo, so they didn't mind
Yeah,
him being the
How
villain.
last
Scooby-Doo
minute?
2000.
How last minute of a change was this? I'm very curious.
I don't apparently like very last minute.
Because I don't know if you guys have seen that again, people love like creating, and I'm not saying that there isn't major coincidence here, but have you guys seen the controversy regarding the Peter Pan?
Oh yeah, the Peter
villain
Pan.
story?
Yeah,
Well, no, what happened?
I have seen the controversy about that. Now,
What happened?
I first heard about it when I was on the Awkward Cast last night.
What happened?
Yeah, race. Go ahead.
So yeah, and I'm gonna have to look up the guy's name.
Bobby Driscoll.
Thank you. So obviously the Peter Pan in this movie, the joke that like people seem to really be avoiding here, is you have Peter Pan,
Right.
and the whole idea is that he started growing up and therefore lost his
Boyish charm.
his
Yeah.
boyish charm or whatever, and so now he's this guy who's doing all this crap on the side, and he is jaded and whatnot with all this all this stuff.
Right.
Bobby Driscoll was actually the actor who
Played
who
Peter Pan.
voiced Peter Pan,
Yeah.
and Peter Pan was actually modeled after. And apparently he's got kind of a tragic story. The timeline people, I don't think, quite grasp because they read someone's blurb on Twitter and go, oh my god, I'm so mad about this now, I'm enraged. So, and again, I don't have all the facts in front of me, so I might screw up a few. Apologies. I'm just getting my facts off Twitter right now.
Right. Okay.
That's a joke. But I believe when he like started to hit, was it when he started to hit puberty?
Yeah,
Julio?
it was when he started getting acne.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, when he started going like through puberty, essentially growing up, he he used to be someone who was like a child actor for
Right.
Disney, and he eventually got dropped. And I honestly, my understanding is it was like around the age of 15 he got dropped from Disney.
Oh God.
And then in his 30s, I think his young 30s,
Yeah, he was 31.
eventually 31.
Yeah.
That's my age. Shit. Okay.
His body was like found.
Oh God.
Yeah, back in
So in that
1968.
15-year span, basically, he went into
Yeah.
this deep like spiral, I believe, drug related. And I am speaking on, honestly, not the most. I still need to kind of read up on all this, but this is my understanding of it. Is basically his life took a turn after Disney, and a lot of people connect it back to him getting dumped by Disney. Now, again, this is where it's like there's a line gets drawn, in my opinion.
Right. Okay.
If this is like at the age of 15 got dropped by Disney, at the age of 16 something catastrophic happens,
Right.
I can see where someone goes like, oh shit. But if you go from 15 to like 31, like at some point, like, and again, this isn't me trying to speak ill of the dead, but it's when people are like, oh my gosh, this is a direct connection to this villain of Peter Pan. Essentially, again, the movie goes, oh, Peter Pan, he grew up and got fat, and that's the joke. Where people are like, oh my God, how could Disney make fun of Bobby Driscoll and the fact that he got dropped by Disney because he had, he started going through puberty and then he one day died. And I'm like, yeah, but we didn't find Peter Pan's body in this movie. Like, the connection goes so far.
Also, I think with the Peter Pan thing, because like this is also a thing that happened to child actors back then a lot, where they would get dropped after they got too old.
Right.
But with this, and also like I said, where it was it was a very short turnaround of like trying to change the script and everything, and animating Peter Pan and stuff in the movie. Because there's still evidence of like the Pluto plot, or the Pluto cut, because like I said, there's stuff in the background, with Chip and Dale as just in the shorts, like in that garage that Dale has, there's a bunch of stuff of just Chip and Dale shorts, not just Rescue Ranger stuff. But I think for a lot of people also, Bobby Driscoll died in 1968.
Oh shit, that was a long time ago.
Yeah.
Shit,
so considering that a lot of people who worked on this movie probably weren't even born yet, and probably didn't know about this. So yeah, it is a thing that Disney still hasn't really acknowledged, like themselves, kind of like how they ignore Song of the South. So
yeah, zippity-doo-dah, zippity-day. Okay.
But I mean, I guess it goes back to like what is there to acknowledge?
Yeah,
like,
it's just
like
happens. It's common.
Like this is do they speak up about Lindsay Lohan? They're like, oh yeah, she was in a Disney movie, and now she's Lindsay Lohan older, or I'm just thinking of like examples. Britney Spears, did they speak up on Britney Spears when she had her turn? Wasn't she a Mickey Mouse Club kid? Like, I just don't think, like, I just don't know. I don't know. It's long story short, in my opinion, I think it's such a stretch to think that this was meant to be them poking fun at what is a tragic story.
I don't think they were trying to do that.
I don't think they were trying to do that at all.
So people that are like trying to make this a thing, it's like, guys, congrats. Like,
yeah, it just seems like
this is part of what I'm talking about.
Yeah, it just seems like it was like, oh, this was just a really bad coincidence.
Right.
Yeah.
Which that's, now that I know that and I'll probably even mention that Sarah and I are doing a second pass of the movie. probably tonight. And just again just grabbing recordings and whatnot. But I might bring that up. I had no idea that the villain was changed so late, and that even further goes to show this is less likely to be something that they were like, hey, wouldn't it be great if we totally joked about Bobby Driscoll?
Yeah.
Right.
So yeah, no, again, it's. And I see some people taking this movie way too seriously. I've seen people that are like, I really don't know if I should watch this movie. I'm really nervous about some of the stuff I've heard about it. I'm like, huh?
It's not that big a deal. It's a movie. No, because like race. I'm glad you brought that up because there are sometimes people with media. The reactions don't match what I think is going on. Like there's some people who get like so heated with like certain things. Like I've seen people like who get mad at like certain things. I mean, it's just like this ruined my entire life. And they like if you watch a movie and the level of anger from you is comparable to if someone stepped on your pet or slapped your mom or slapped your SO right in front of you, that's not healthy. That is not fucking healthy at all. And so get help for that because that is not good. If it's just like, oh yeah, I didn't like that. Cool. One thing that's good. Like there are tons of movies I'm watching like, oh, that was some bullshit. I wasted my time, whatever. But it's never that like passion. Like it's never like the same comparable feeling because it's just like they say it's not the same, but what they're showing is how they would be reacting if something like that happened. So it's just like that's not healthy. If you do that, stop. Like it's just stop it. Like,
absolutely, Jax. Absolutely. And the only thing I'll say is the only group that I would have accepted them being actually nervous about this movie are those people that have been devoting their time to the Rescue Ranger fandom. Years and years of writing fan fictions, drawing art, having discussions about the original show, suddenly have this movie pop up. And, if it was, whether it was a direct, like continuation from the show where everything was animated the same and everything, that wouldn't change that concern. Like, oh God, what are they going to do now from everything we've known to be canon? Those are the people that I accept having the nerves. I went into this kind of being like, oh boy, it's kind of like with G5. I was the same way where I was like, all right, here we go. Differences there, but those are the people that I'm like, I get where you might be nervous about it. And maybe some of those people are like, I love what I have so much that I don't need this. I don't relate to that, but it's the people that are like, I'm just a casual Disney fan, but I'm afraid to watch this.
It's also not really like a well-known thing. So.
Yeah, but I will say I was blown away just in all aspects. I laughed throughout the movie, but I was blown away at how much they did with this movie. I really enjoyed what they did with this movie. When we saw the first trailer, I'm like, okay, they're going for the batshit angle, and it was batshit crazy. It was, and I love that they did it. I had fun with it. I thought the voices were really going to bother me, but they made references, as I figured they would, to their original voices. It's I guess you could compare it to like,
I love that voice scene.
Yeah, to me that it reminds me of like when you watch a movie like. I'm trying to think of an actor, but you'll like say you're watching like a superhero movie and you got like this guy who's got this kind of southern like accent. I don't know why I went superhero movie,
Nick Cage.
But
Nick Cage and Ghost Rider.
Then they're being interviewed and they're like, "Yes, I'm quite British indeed." And you're like, what?
Tom Holland and Henry Cavill. Yeah, there you go.
That's good examples there. It's like until you hear them, and then you're like, "That's not your voice. You don't sound right."
Right now, that's perfect.
Right. So that's I enjoyed that. Again, I enjoyed. There were a lot of throwbacks. There was a lot of I guess you could call it nostalgia candy for a Rescue Ranger fan to enjoy. Disney Afternoon fans to enjoy. There were a lot of references here. I have one grievance with this movie.
Okay.
I feel like it's valid.
Okay.
Honestly, I saw a whole bunch of references, but I didn't see one goddamn bunny cop show up anywhere in this freaking movie.
I know, right? Oh no, that would have been crazy shit. Like, if that would be a whole whirlwind if it went from like them jumping on the ponies to like running past Judy Hopps, like, hey, slow down, and then something like that. That would just be insane. I'd be like, and then like walking past Wreck-It Ralph, like, whoa, man, you're crazy, or something like.
Because you had Wreck-It Ralph's arm, you had Moana snacks. Yeah, and I was like, oh my gosh, it's going to happen. And then it didn't, and I was like, shit. Because, I mean, there are police all over this movie. I'm like, there's gonna be... McGruff's in the freaking movie. Where's Judy Hopps?
Exactly. No, that would have been... Oh, God, that would have been perfect. That would have been, like, crazy.
But yeah, that's, I guess, like, that's kind of the beginning thoughts of where I sit right now. And I know Paleo mentioned it. We're going to have the Semi-Perfect Podcast next week, where we're going to be talking about Momocon and Winnie City and whatnot. But I'm also going to continue to digest my thoughts on the Chip and Dale movie, and we'll certainly bring it up again here and have that discussion again. So
nice.
I do it. Right, I will not spoil.
I'm going to remove the spoiler tag now. Let me
tag Hero.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Hero. Oh, so Hero hasn't seen the movie yet?
No, he hasn't.
He wasn't going to watch it, apparently.
Why?
I don't know.
Is he one of those people we were just talking about?
No.
I think it's
just like, it's more like he is just not very interested. So
yeah, He's just like, I'm just casual.
Wow. I'm waiting for him to get in here.
Be real, there's only like 10 people into Rescue Rangers anyway.
Rescue Rangers!
Well, it could have been 11 if Hero. I know. Like
just like the
Sarah,
9 people into Muppets.
Sarah, Matt, and I make up 33% of the fans. We're holding it together.
Oh God.
Hero Sashi on the floor.
All right, let's go into trailers. So, first thing, Mission Impossible 7 had its trailer.
I don't watch.
At some point, I'm gonna start believing that these missions aren't impossible.
Right. Dun 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 dun.
But yeah,
mission doable.
Yeah, Mission Impossible: Dead Reckoning Part 1, apparently.
Oh.
Yeah. Apparently they were filming these movies back to back. I know that like Tom Cruise and like his crew and stuff were like dead set on like trying to film this like during the pandemic times.
Okay, here's a stretch. All right, Paley, you've watched the Ricky Gervais show, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you remember when Carl Pilkington was talking about Mission Impossible? Which Mission Impossible is this?
I don't know.
Is it 7? It's 7, right?
Yeah.
Oh god, that's the one he was talking about. He said that shit would come out in 2030. Oh god. So now I gotta match if it's the exact same. I'm Brian in Mission Impossible 7.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, with these the newer ones, I guess,
okay,
like of the newer trilogy are really good. Like, so they have really great action in it. So
I love when like Henry Cavill cocked his arms.
Yeah. Yeah, Mission Impossible Fallout was really good.
Nice.
But yeah, that's coming out July 14th, 2023.
Sweet. 2023.
I can't believe that Hirosashi would disrespect the Chip and Dale Rescue Ranger movie by not watching it.
Oh, yeah, I haven't seen it yet. You know what stuff has been going on? Oh my god.
Yet? They were saying you were never going to watch it.
What? Oh.
But we didn't say that.
I said he just...
Paleo said Hirosashi hates chipmunks, and then Jack said Hirosashi hates Judy Hopps. And I'm like, well, let's focus one at a time here.
I mean... He won't say it, but okay.
I'm just kidding, Hero. You guys were saying I just cut into your Mission Impossible.
Oh, yeah. I was just saying, like, yeah, Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning coming out July next year. Something that's coming out July this year is oh boy. The Resident Evil show that's coming out on Netflix. July 14th.
No one watches Resident Evil. No one cares about Resident Evil
If
anymore.
you look at this trailer, there is nothing about this trailer where it's like, is this Resident Evil? It's like, if you see the Umbrella logo, that's it. And it was like that's Resident Evil, I guess. But like, if you look at this trailer, it's like it's just another zombie show. It's like this has nothing like correlating with Resident Evil. It's almost kind of like the Halo show, where like
it's just like fucking show Nemesis or the Big Man or the Juggy Girl.
And
so
they also
like,
had
like
that one guy who was in Horizon Zero Dawn who's playing Wesker, which is strange.
Wesker's in this fucking
yeah.
There you go. Stupid.
Which I do like that actor. He was very good in Horizon Zero Dawn.
Okay, that's good to hear.
But it's supposedly set into like this future Resident Evil where like Umbrella's like.
So Mama's gonna be in it.
So what?
Mama, tickle bitty Mama. If
no,
it's future stuff,
no,
fuck.
No, it's not at all. Like if you
Damn
like I said, if you look at this trailer, there's nothing like Resident Evil about it other than an Umbrella logo.
No. Look, I don't know what's so hard. You just put a zombie dog and a zombie monster.
Because I saw the double toasted like preview of this trailer and how they're saying like it seems like every single like live action Resident Evil thing that comes out afterwards is trying to outdo the last one into how not Resident Evil or bad it is. Because the last thing that came out was that movie that came out in November, where it's like they were trying to do both Resident Evil 1 and 2 of like both the mansion and the city at the same time, but apparently just did it really bad. Like all you have to do is just do the mansion like like with the first game. It's so easy to do that plot line, but they apparently just can't.
No, it's just like they overthink stuff. It's like with like the fucking Mortal Kombat movie. It shouldn't be that hard to do, and that's why a lot of people love the '90s one because it was a tournament at least. But the 2021 one is just like there's no fucking Mortal Kombat in this. Like, what are you talking about? It's just like
like when I was watching that movie, it was like, when do we get to the tournament? Like
it's just like, oh, we got to save that for the next movie. Like, shut up. Like, it's just like there's certain video games where it's just like follow the formula beat for beat and then modify it to fit like certain scenarios.
I know it frustrates Tom and Saber a lot with the Halo show. It's like, what the hell are you doing? Like,
he's frustrated once they took off his fucking helmet. Like that's literally like it's like he doesn't have the damn thing on. Like it's just like there was like this great meme I think I posted earlier where it's just like, wow, maybe his head wouldn't be cut up if he had some sort of protection on it. And it's just like, what the fuck do you think, Master Chief? Oh yeah. Stupid. Looks like ass. I'm not watching.
All right. Next thing, is Luck.
Dragon.
Well, I don't know. There might be a dragon in it. But yeah, Luck. It's the animated movie coming out on by Skydance Animation.
Okay.
Which I think is their first animated movie. It's a very short trailer, but it's very Pixar-like as far as like the concept goes. About like, oh yeah, these are the beings that control the luck in the world. Of like
it's like that anime.
Lucky, of how lucky or unlucky you are.
Oh, so it's like Good Luck Girl, that anime with the girl with the tickle bitties. Okay. Okay. Might be. I'm a luck god, and you're too lucky, and you can't be too lucky. And now I'm gonna try and take your luck away from you. So yeah, it's not, if that's the plot line,
is that what it's called? Good Luck Girl.
In English, because remember you told me that Japanese name a long time ago, and then like I was like I don't know how to say that.
We've already had this conversation. Okay, I don't.
We had it.
Interesting. Yeah, they call it Good Luck Girl. Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, I know this anime. I was like,
really?
Right.
And then after Luck, there is Baymax.
After Earth.
Baymax is having some shorts. Oh yeah, Luck comes out August 5th. And then Baymax, this is coming out June 29th. It had a little.
Is
trailer.
it a show?
Yeah, it's a show. Where it seems like it's going to be a series of shorts where because I think they're shorts where Baymax is trying to help people with different things of if somebody is hurt or whatever, where they're saying like
the Big Hero 6 sure?
Yeah.
Sure. Okay,
But
that's
yeah,
interesting.
in that universe and stuff. But most important thing about this is that Aunt Cass is back in this.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's good. That's good. Good to hear.
Because you see her in the trailer.
Yes.
So that should be fun. Next thing, the She-Hulk trailer.
Yeah. That shit made me mad finding out new information.
Oh, what?
Uh-oh.
Is there something new about the show that you found out about?
Yeah, she used to be buffer, and they made her smaller.
Oh,
And they were gonna make her like, okay, like because it's like she looks fine. Like, don't get me wrong, like I would definitely like let her smash something, but it's just like the whole thing was. If you look at the comic She-Hulk, like you don't have to make her like the Hulk or stuff like that. Because like first off, like the CGI is a bit but there comes a point where it's like it's a 9-foot green woman. Like, what are you gonna fucking do? Like, it's just like okay, so. But from what I was hearing, from what I was reading up on stuff, like they were like, oh, we had her too big and we had to cut it. And it's just like it's She-Hulk, and when you look at She-Hulk in the comic books, she's not as jacked as the Hulk, but she does have some like muscles on her size and stuff like that. So it's just like I don't think having muscular arms like at that frame would be anything like bad or anything like that. There are tons of people who could make that work. But yeah, it's crazy how they like decided to do that. But so far looks like a fun comedy. I love She-Hulk in the comic books. I think she's like very like fun to watch and stuff like that. And so I'm curious how this show is gonna go. Hopefully, I'm very curious how they're gonna do the Hulk stuff, because like when we saw Bruce Banner and freaking Shang-Chi, he still had the brace on his arm. So it's like, can he change back and forth now again? I'm guessing. So it's just like I hope that's like a consistency thing. Like they can say like, oh, he can transform there and back again, because he does de-transform in a teaser trailer they did for She-Hulk a while ago. So that'll be cool. But yeah, I'm very, very interested to see She-Hulk, because I've always thought that character was fun to watch.
Yeah, it seems like it'll be fun.
Oh yeah, Frogman's in it too. They actually made him like a Power Ranger. That. Yeah, they made him like a Power Ranger instead of like freaking in the original. He looks like a fucking Venture Brothers villain, and I even think they made fun of him for it because he just has like a fucking mascot thing on. It's so bad, but that's awesome.
All right, next thing. My Little Pony Make Your Mark got a trailer, and also a couple of clips. But yeah, we got a full trailer for Make Your Mark, which is coming out this Thursday while we're going to be at Momocon.
Okay.
So I can watch that in the morning.
Yeah.
It looks all right.
Yeah, it looks
like
okay.
yeah.
I'm just gonna be real. Like honestly, when I first saw it, it does that. Like here, you can explain it too. Like where like like when you watch Kung Fu Panda and then you go to Kung Fu Panda Legends of Awesomeness, where it's like the CGI, it still looks good. If it's static, it still looks good. The movement, I need to get used to it a bit. It's not terrible as some people are making it out to seem, but I think I have to get used to it comparatively.
I haven't watched it yet.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it'll like I'll get used to it. Like I've already gotten used to the voices, thanks to like watching the Tell Your Tale stuff. And then when I watched like the clip that they posted, of the special, and I'm already used to the voices and everything.
The voices don't bother me at all.
Yeah. Because like for a minute I was like, wait, did they get the movie voice? Like, no, these are the new voices. So
yeah.
But the movement, I think it'll take a little bit of getting used to. Well,
it could always improve over time too. Because that's what. Yeah, because that's what happened with the TMNT series with 2012. Like you watch the first season compared to season 5, like the fluidity in the characters' movements is vastly different. Like vastly different. So I'm pretty sure if they keep it up, they could do that.
Yeah, and I like I've said before in on other shows is that it'll improve over time, just the same way that Friendship is Magic did. Where Friendship is Magic,
hopefully,
yeah, like the first couple of seasons, they still look very good, but then the later seasons they get like much more expressive, like more detailed backgrounds and everything.
Right.
So hopefully the same thing happens with the Make Your Mark series.
Well, yeah, because the thing you have to take in consideration too is like it's Netflix, and I know they want this to be big, but it's just like I hope the storylines are good, and I hope they just don't go, oh well, it's gone.
Yeah,
we're on to G6 already, so something like that.
Yeah. I think it'll be fine because it's more Hasbro's decision than Netflix.
Okay.
So.
So they're like
Netflix is just licensing it out. So.
Okay, it's like these
Hasbro's
things better be selling.
To Netflix, I think.
That'd be a fast G6 though.
Yeah.
Imagine getting used to G6 after like, what? I wanted G5 for 2 seasons, and now I have to get G6. What? That's some Transformer shit for your ass, okay? Like, that's what happened with Transformers. God knows how many times.
Yeah, but we'll see it this weekend or this week when it comes out.
Right.
While we're at the con. All right, next thing. Multiversus.
That shit made me cry.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, fucking Superman and Iron Giant. Superman. That shit that got me going. I was like, you bet his hero. You bet his hero, man. So that was good. It looks fun. I know we've talked about this before. I'm just not the biggest fan of like that Smash style playing.
Yeah.
So it's just like I would have liked if it was like more of a like Mortal Kombat fighters type game. Like I get why it isn't. Like I completely understand. But it's just I loved how those people were on Twitter just giving it Nickelodeon All Brawl like so much shit like that. It's just like, wow, I love it. Adds so much personality and character to when you actually get the voices. I know, just like I can't believe you wouldn't do that. And then someone replied with fucking Pumbaa like, oh, the shade. Yeah, I fucking lost it.
Yes, great.
Oh, the shade.
And there's even like unique dialogue between characters too, which is really cool.
See, that's what I love.
Yeah,
that is the best part of those type of games. Like they even did that with a fucking whatchamacallit, the Jump Force. Yeah, Jump Force. Because in Jump Force, like you have the characters like, oh, it's Goku, he's fighting Deku or something like that, and then they have like interesting thing. But like, or like Hero said too, like Injustice too. Like it's always great to see the heroes and like it's always great to have unique dialogue between characters you've always wanted to see interact. Like I think that's great.
Right. But yeah, I'm excited to try it out. I signed up for like the beta thing to see if I can get like a invite, but I think it's going to be more for everyone once
Isn't it out?
July hits. No, not for everyone at the moment. Right now it's in alpha, I believe.
Okay.
But yeah, it's going to be a free to play game. So
okay. Cool.
Which is almost
still wild.
Which is almost like insult to injury to the Nickelodeon thing, because like that's a full price game.
Right. With no
well,
voice
not full
actors.
price. It was like budget price.
Right. Still funny they put fucking Game of Thrones characters in there.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, we got Arya Stark in this.
It's just like when like a little 5-year-old's playing like, Mom, who is she from? When you're older. No, maybe actually not. Like the ending was terrible.
But yeah, I'm excited to try it out. Or if I can get into the alpha or beta.
Arya Stark versus Bugs Bunny.
Yeah,
Arya Stark versus Bugs Bunny is something I never thought.
I just love that that Finn and Jake and Tom and Jerry are in it, and Tom and Jerry looks fun, and I like there's like a lot of references to like Tom's like different like
his screams.
Yes, yeah, like when he dies, if he goes like off screen or whatever, you hear the scream. It's like
that's the best part.
Yeah. But yeah, there's a thing where you can like throw Jerry, kind of like a Pikmin in Smash.
Oh, dope.
Yeah, and where like if you don't have Jerry with you, he does like that shrug thing, like that one image of him. He's like,
That's good. That's good.
Too much memory.
Right. Everyone is doing a fucking multiverse these days. It's like it's overwhelming.
Overwhelming. It is.
But speaking of the Warner Brothers multiverses thing, the Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl actually had an update where they added Jenny, XJ9.
Wow. I can't wait to hear her voice and her interactions with Helga Pataki, because that's what they should do. Shouldn't they?
Won't.
And they also
because they're lazy.
Yeah, they also revealed like 2 other characters that are coming later, with Hugh Neutron and Rocco.
Jib Jab, come on.
Was this the Ginny update where that for some reason they were using voice lines from like something that was very adult online?
Wait, they were?
No, it wasn't a voice line. It was just like a dialogue box.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, DJ Skyward, you have a code for the alpha? Yeah. Just send that to me then, because I do want to play it.
Yeah, tell us
for
what it's like, Paleo.
For the multiverses. So let's see. Yeah. Hugh Neutron, Rocco. I even though XJ9 was like my most wanted, I do have like the game on Steam. I'm not sure if I'll open it up like anytime soon though.
Yeah, because it's just like there's no voices.
Yeah.
See, so it's just like it's like especially when you see another
apparently
thing.
They're going to add voices, but like they haven't yet. So
wait, they are
they're
like
supposed
actually.
to.
Like when they they have like an intro screen and then they'll be able to talk to each other. Like, is that what they're saying they'll be able to do? Or just like random noises in the background, like "Move it, Bucko! Move it, Bucko!" or some shit like that. You know, like I don't know.
Anyway, a few more things before we go into Q&A.
You know what it's like, Paleo?
What?
It's like, okay, so you play Multiversus, right? And then that's like you're opening Discord, and then you play All-Star Nick, and then it's like you're going back to Skype for a day. It's just like, oh, why am I okay?
But yeah. Speaking of Multiverses, Rick and Morty, which apparently like Rick and Morty is supposed to be in that. Yeah, they're going to be getting an anime series on Adult Swim.
Did they already make a joke about that?
They did have apparently a couple of anime shorts before, which I was not aware of.
Okay.
But yeah, they announced they're doing an anime spinoff.
Is it actually like a full series?
Supposedly. It says it's from
just make it like a short.
It's from the director of Tower of God.
Oh, like that anime. Okay, I know what they're talking about. I haven't watched Tower of God, but I know what they're talking about.
Which apparently directed the previous anime shorts that they had put out. So interesting.
Okay.
Then the next thing is Disney Plus is going to be doing their own Daredevil series.
I hope it's season 4. Because Daredevil from Netflix was amazing. Like Daredevil from Netflix outclasses every MCU TV show. Like I don't care. Like it does. Like it's just
hopefully it is because they recently put all the Netflix series on Disney Plus now. So
exactly. So yeah, hopefully it's just season 4 of that if they want to do that because it's so much better.
Yeah, and we know they'll probably get Matt Murdock or not Matt Murdock, but Charlie Cox as Matt Murdock.
Of course, he was in freaking
yeah.
So.
And then the last thing, Pixar's next movie is titled Elemental, and it's about these elemental things of like fire, water, earth, and air living together.
Avatar.
But they're like the actual elements.
What about wood? They never like count wood in any of this.
Well, I see in this concept art where like the earth ones have kind of like trees growing out of them or whatever.
Okay.
So that's kind of part of Earth.
Right, okay then. Yeah, because I remember like this is a throwback. That movie Warriors of Virtue with the Ruse. That was like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles with kangaroos that were just martial arts and they had elements. And then like it was water, metal, wood, fire, and earth or something like that. And I was just like, oh yeah, shit, this is crazy. I wonder if they'll do something with wood, but they never do. Huh. Oh well.
But yeah.
Or air. Yeah.
Yeah. It's let's see who was directing this one. Peter Sohn, who did The Good Dinosaur.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So people in the chat, I know freaking people in the chat like okay.
It said it's based on his childhood in New York.
Oh wow, so they're gonna be elementals with like, I'm walking here, I'm water here, I'm water here. What are you doing? Come on, you loco in the coco or something? I'm fire.
Okay.
Yeah. There you go. That's what's gonna happen. Patent pending.
All right. Now let's go to Q&A. So if you have any questions, you can ask us on Twitter or through a super chat. We got a couple on super chats here. Del18 being a member for 9 months, asking, what memories do you have that's worth sharing about you and your neighbors? If none, memories about growing up in your neighborhood.
Why is it that I automatically think of bad memories?
With neighbors?
Right. I mean, like, growing up in the neighborhood, shit.
Going up in the neighborhood?
Going up in the neighborhood. This one time I pulled a Winnie the Pooh and got stuck in this mud pit, and then my friend had to go get his friend to like rescue me. Because like I was like, it was one of those, okay, so it was like this big mud mountain thing, and I was trying to climb to the top of it, and my leg sank through, and then like he couldn't pull me out, and so like he had to go like home, and I was stuck in it for like a good 30 minutes, and then like he had to go get some help from other kids. So that was a memory, I guess.
I just remember like going over it because like I used to have a friend who was literally lived next door that I would go over to. But I can't think of like anything that like jumps out to me.
I remember. All right, do you guys remember Big Wheels?
Yes, yes.
So they were the big tricycles, all made completely out of plastic and hardware. Okay, so I remember when it's funny because I wasn't. I feel like I wasn't young enough for the big wheel at this point, but a lot of the other kids had these big wheels, and I'm like, oh, dude, we gotta have big wheel races. So I organized them, and I also got like a big wheel for like my birthday or something.
Oh, nice.
That I asked for, and yeah, we had like 6 or 7 of us racing these big wheels. Around the, we basically do like go around the cul-de-sac on the sidewalk, and it would get intense. And then I remember at one point I rode so hard on my big wheel that the right rear wheel flew off at one point.
No shit.
It was like a movie, where the kid is somehow going 40 miles per hour on a big wheel, and he feels the wheel get loose, and he goes, "Oh no!" and then crashes with
and then
the
it just
big yellow
blows up
sparks.
randomly with no freaking gasoline or fire. Just randomly blows up.
That's what I felt like. So then after that, I had these racing flags that I used to wave either at the racetrack or when I would watch racing on TV. And so I became the official. I would wave the flags for that and kind of pretend like I was also like the commentator for the race. And well, here I am now. So,
perfect.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's see. The other super chat we have from Enigma Prince asking, "What's the weirdest or most disturbing porn picture that you've seen spawn from the internet, as well as that one picture that you still remember?" What?
Oh yeah, the woman with the horse.
The woman with the horse.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I've sent that to you. I've sent that. I put it in the pit.
Wait.
To fuck with Tom. I put it.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Why do I feel like I know what you're talking about?
I think you do know what I'm talking about. It was a very.
There are some
very hard to forget.
There are some very cursed things you've posted in there.
Yeah, I know. Do you want me to find it, Race? I have it.
If you could describe it in one word.
Of
what's happening in this photo.
Painful.
Maybe I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, I'll find it.
If you remember Encyclopedia Dramatica.
Yeah, I remember Encyclopedia Dramatica.
There was a page of like that would be you would be linked to if you like it was something about be clicked. It was like click this link if you're offended, and then like there's a giant like wall of like GIFs and stuff that are just very disturbing.
Yeah, that was terrible.
Yeah.
So
that's probably like some of the most disturbing like.
There's a lot of stuff I don't like.
Explicit things that I have seen.
Right.
That also look very painful.
Let me find.
Oh no, you're finding the picture.
I'll find it for you. Okay.
Thank you.
All right, let's go to Twitter where there are nicer questions.
They're nicer questions.
Nathaniel Foga asking, what are you guys excited about the most when returning to Momocon this week?
Food.
Ooh, I like that answer because I don't know.
Bison burgers are really good. I really enjoy the bison.
Yeah, and then we can go.
I don't know if I've ever had a bison burger.
Yeah, whale shark tastes delicious too. Like you get to eat them. Like, you have to hunt them though. Like you jump in, and, like you just go in.
I prefer dolphin.
Dolphin steak is bland. If they so damn smart,
put that between a bun.
Nets on.
I don't. Again, for me, it's my first time, so I don't have anything to look forward to in regards to based off of previous experience. I'm kind of going into this with that. I guess with that feeling of expecting something between a San Diego Comic-Con and a BronyCon.
Yeah, it's much bigger than BronyCon. I'll say this: 2018 was the first year. We all went to it, and I was like, "Wow, this makes BronyCon look tiny." But then, like literally, like 2 months after MomoCon, I went to Anime Expo in Los Angeles, and that shit. Oh my god, it was like a fucking. Like civilization. I don't know how to
that's one of the biggest cons which has had problems of like before about like size as like space goes.
Yeah, and that was during the heat wave too. It was like fucking horrible. Hey, Race, you remember that shit? Remember in 2018 where the air was hot outside? Where it was like really like no, it wasn't like, it's hot outside. It was like when you go outside, hot air hits your face and it's just like, fuck, what is this heat wave going on here?
Yeah, we get that once a year. Called summer.
Hate that. I hated that shit. I see. Ugh.
At least it's not humid out here. But what is the biggest convention that exists?
Isn't it Comic-Con?
Comic-Con, probably. Yeah.
Yeah. So
San Diego Comic-Con.
That I'm telling you guys, San Diego Comic-Con. Having experienced that, it's literally blocks, streets and streets of convention.
Yeah.
Right.
Like it's ridiculous. Like everyone on these streets is dressed up. You walk by, you're walking to your metered parking and Wonder Woman's putting coins in. And
right.
You're like that. Again, having experienced that, I think is going to at least be able to see, for me, where things are in between. The reason I compare the two, BronyCon obviously is like, I guess it's the biggest convention that we've performed at, or gone on stage at on a regular basis. I did have a panel at San Diego Comic-Con, or I should say I was part of a panel.
Okay.
But that, there's so much going on that they do have smaller panel rooms at that convention for people to, host those. So like even then it wasn't like seeing things quite at the scale. So that's where it's like for me, BronyCon, just to be on stage and in front of a crowd like that again. I'm looking forward to that. So
yeah.
Okay.
Oh god.
Send it to your Race.
Oh god.
All right, a couple from Editman here, asking, do you want Marvel shows and movies in this phase, and future?
What the fuck? She's smiling about it.
I know, right? It looks painful, but she's smiling through it.
At least she's enjoying it. All right.
I guess so.
Sorry, Paleo.
Yeah, go ahead, Paleo.
All right, so Edman asking, do you want Marvel movies and shows in this phase and future ones to be more serious and thoughtful, or jokey and slice of life?
I mean,
all the above.
So here's the thing, and I'm starting to see like what people mean by it. Like the thing with Marvel movies, like they're very much humor-based films, but they have like serious moments that'll hit your core. But like they're all like a lot of them are very jokey in certain senses. It's just like I don't think this is something to joke about or something like that, where like they sort of hit it. But they've been getting better about that. They've been getting better about that. I feel like there'd be so much that you could just, you know what I'm very curious about? Like the fact that there's so many humans in the Marvel universe that just sort of accept that there's superheroes now. And it's like, oh, I got blipped. Oh, this happened to me. I'd be very curious what a human show would look like what they deal with like in their day-to-day lives is like, oh yeah, one time we got attacked by aliens. Oh, this other time this fucking big ass gladiator thing from space showed up.
Yeah, there were a couple of shorts they did back in phase 1 that kind of explored that a little bit.
Or even like remember the whole thing with Thor and his roommate? You remember that? It was like
yeah,
that was like stuff like that. Like I'm very curious how like humans in their world react to it. Like if they wanted to do like one of those like mockumentary things where like, yeah, so I live in New York and sometimes you see Doctor Strange fly by and blah 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 or something like that, and then like, you know, see how average people. I'd love a show like that or like a mini series like that, just to, you know, I think it'd be very interesting.
Yeah. Ryan, I did see the trailer drop, because you said for a few Moneys you want to do a live reaction to the new Thor drop. I don't know if I want to watch the second trailer.
No, because it's like, okay, because like here's the thing, all right, because like I'm Hero, I will say, trained me well with this sort of thing. Where like before I know, because before I used to watch like every trailer, but then Hero mentioned like I don't watch trailers or for certain things like are because like I want to go into it fresh, and so I've been doing that a lot. I started doing that like back in 2017, and it made like a world of difference going into the movies. And I was like, oh shit, yeah, because like I'm not picking pieces up. So nowadays, the thing with me is like depending on the specific film or what it is, like because I'm curious. Like for instance, the only reason I watched both of the No Way Home trailers was because I had a feeling those two were going to show up. And if they were going to show up, I want to feel the hype when they show up in that sort of like situation, because I know for a fact I would not be able to escape it just because it'd be blasted everywhere. Like whether I want to or not, I would not be able to escape that. So I'm like, oh, I want to get it myself first. I don't want it to like be ruined for me. I want that experience for myself. So with other movies like that I'm like curious about, like I'll watch the first trailer and depending on what it is, I'll watch the first trailer. Oh, that was a good trailer. Okay, I want to see this movie now. I really want to like check out like what's going on with it. I don't need to watch anything else. Like I'm satisfied. But sometimes if I'm not interested in a movie and then I'll see a trailer, I'm like, oh, you caught my attention. I'll watch that. Sometimes I'll watch multiple trailers, like, and this just isn't grabbing me. I'll watch multiple versions, and it's just like, okay, I'll check it out for myself. But then there are some times where it's just something I've waited so long for that I'm just like, I have to see this. Like with Spider-Verse 2. With Spider-Verse 2, I was like, I've missed these characters so fucking much. I need to see just this teaser trailer and then I'm good. Yeah. So like that was how it was for that. But every other time, like I don't need to watch other trailers. It's good.
Yeah. Edaman also asking on Twitter, says, since Tom and Saber aren't here, do any of you guys watch the Halo show where in one episode, Master Chief had sex with a Covenant spy within less than a day of meeting/dating her, and is possibly the cause of the destruction of Reach City? Yeah, I heard about that.
So he's not a virgin anymore. Master Chief ain't a virgin anymore. Shit, he's Chad.
She should have stuck with the horse.
Yeah, she should have. Damn horse.
God, out of context, people just think we're like going super brony right now, don't they?
Yeah, they do.
Major Mikazawa asking, is there a video game console from a previous generation that you really want to own for one reason or another, even though it's the time has already passed? My answer is the Dreamcast from Major Mikazawa. I mean, I already have like a lot of consoles that I've wanted. Trying to think of a console that I might have wanted that I never owned.
A Neo Geo. That's the one I want.
a Neo Geo? Oh yeah. Well.
Yes, absolutely.
That is a very expensive one.